Yes, the ominous tones mean only one thing. Welcome to your weekly freak show. It's the Dark Mark Show. I am Dark Mark, the goth comedian. And right now, go ahead.
I'm the co-host, Hannah Bach.
Oh, she got a new thing every week.
Oh, yeah. Well, the Batman thing was last week. So
Okay, you're the co-host, Hannah Bach. Hannah Bach is my co-host. She's right next to me, to my left. Welcome to Renegade Radio. If you're not listening to Renegade Radio or you missed it, follow us on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, Google, Microsoft, wherever you get MyCast, wherever you get your podcasts. Mm-hmm. So, had some great shows.
We had some great shows. Last week was phenomenal.
Well, this is going to be phenomenal here because to your left, the woman of many names. Mm-hmm. I don't even know what to call you. Is that Gotham Nightmare? Is that what it is now?
Yes, Gotham Nightmare.
I like
formerly.
Sariah Bishop.
Formerly.
Seraphim from Nazareth.
Formerly.
Seraphim Year.
Formerly.
Pagan Star.
Formerly. Seraphim Ward.
Yes, Seraphim Ward.
You have an album under that name. You forgot that.
Yeah. It was like one of many names. It's like
she's a mystery. Oh wait. Also Yolanda.
And Yolanda Jean Tharpe. That's my birth name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and that was a long, long time ago.
Well, no. I still go by Yolanda Jean Tharpe because that's my birth name. So everyone knows my real name. They may call me Yolanda, but they'll do like Yolanda Jean Tharpe, like Gotham Nightmare, whatever. So it just, I've been in the game for a second, mm-hmm. like underground goth, like decades ago, as my PR says, decades ago. And so throughout the years, my name, changed as building character, building,
right.
Like revamping myself. So
no pun intended.
Yeah, exactly. Revamping, exactly.
Yes. I feel like Anthony Hopkins in Dracula. He goes by many names. She goes by many names.
I have many lives, many moons I've lived already. So
Draco, the undead. Anyway, also, we have one of the funniest people I know. I haven't seen you since I moved back into town.
I know.
And you look as beautiful as ever.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
That's Nicki Wants.
Hi.
And this is a show that's a long time coming, and I'm glad it's here. Before we get started, sponsors really quick. Did you know that Hillary's Vanity is having a pajama party this weekend?
No way.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that sounds like
Are you familiar with Hillary's Vanity?
No, I am not.
You should, because and you're very stylish. I thought I was going to be
Thank
gothed
you.
out, but you blew me away with the gothic, the purse, the whole thing. But if you want to get the best in gothic clothing, do you know Hillary's Vanity?
Totally. I love Hillary's Vanity.
Yes. Well, she has a store now.
Oh, really?
1018 North Hollywood Way. This Saturday, well, whenever you're listening to this, but Saturday the 22nd, they're having a pajama party. Or the 23rd, they're having a pajama party.
Oh, wow.
But you don't have to wait for the pajama party. Go down to the store. They've got the best goth clothing from XS, which I think is your size.
Exactly. Extra small or 00. It depends on if I eat chicken soup that week or not.
Really? Okay. All right. So they have your size. They have up to 4X, which is even larger than I am. They have sizes for everybody. They have parasols. It's right in Burbank where all the cool stores are. We drove down Melrose. There's a bunch of Skechers stores. Burbank's where it's happening. Hillary's Vanity, 1018 North Hollywood Way. And if you are not living in L.A., go to hillarysvanity.com for the best in goth clothing. Mm-hmm. Also Audible, audibletrial.com. Audibletrial.com. What the?
For a free trial?
There's a free trial. You know where you get the free trial? You go to audibletrial.com/DMS. I forgot the DMS part. audibletrial.com/DMS. Nice. They have a radio play of Dracula. I was just speaking of Dracula.
Right, exactly. I love their clothing, by the way.
Hillary's
Dracula
Vanity?
Clothing, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we're talking about
what we call by Dracula. So.
Oh, okay. Well,
obviously.
Dracula clothing is a different clothing.
Yeah.
That does not sponsor the show, but if they'd like to sponsor us, please go to
Audible. A lot of Tim Curry does voices.
That's what I was saying. They have a Dracula play on Audible. Tim Curry, Alan Cumming, and an all-star cast.
Yeah.
They have books, comedy albums. They have Carlin Classic Gold. I paid $25 when they had record stores. Free. Just go to audibletrial.com/DMS. Get whatever book or audio product you want. And one more sponsor real quick.
We have the one and only Lionel Monroe Hat Company. You can find them on Instagram. Jamie Lynn Berman makes custom-made hats. She uses high-quality materials. She actually has her latest creation up on her Instagram, so go ahead, check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Purchase a hat from her.
Right.
It's her love, it's her pride, it's her joy. She puts so much love into those hats.
Mm-hmm.
Lionel Monroe Hat Company
Right.
on Instagram.
Right. Now that I shave my head, I could use a hat. So I'll go to Lionel Monroe Hat Company.
In the summer, you know, you got to protect, you know, your head.
Right. I guess so.
And did you want to?
Question, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
You may hate me for this, but can I change places with you? Just because I get like weird when I do a side.
If you'd like, sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank
musical
you.
chairs. Hold on. You and Hannah, Nikki, you guys talk amongst yourselves.
So we're gonna get a hat. Are we gonna go shopping for hats? And then we're gonna go get some lingerie at in NoHo.
Yeah, and go to a pajama party.
Go to a pajama party.
Just roll out of bed and go party.
But what kind of pajama party would they really? I mean, it's gonna be lingerie.
Lingerie. I'm kind of down for a onesie right now. I'm in
Me
comfortable
too.
mode.
Me too.
Is that better?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, because I don't have to like turn and get a kink in my neck.
Okay.
you so
Can you hear
much.
me? I'm not hearing anything in the headphones, but that's okay. If you hear it, it's fine with me.
I can hear you.
Okay, that's fine. Now, Gotham.
Yes.
Do I call you Gotham or Nightmare? What do I call you?
Gotham Nightmare.
Okay.
I have many children, by the way.
What's
I
that?
have Shadow Nightmare, and I have Shadow Air. Yeah, many children, like angels.
Those are your children?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Oh, I thought you meant like your spirit guides. Like mine are on crutches at this point.
Right.
I love that.
All right. I don't know if I have any spirit children or children otherwise.
Yeah.
I had a lot of people wish me happy Father's Day, which I don't know what they know that I
Oh
don't.
yeah.
And it's summer solstice today.
It is.
Yes, happy summer
Yes.
solstice, everybody.
Yeah. Exactly. All the
So
time.
do your work.
So I don't know where to start because you're a singer, you're an actress, you're a director, you're a multimedia, and let's start with the Deep South.
Okay.
How do you go from a young Creole kid in the Deep South? There's Alabama. What was the city in Alabama?
Well, Alabama's where my mom was born.
What's the
Lick
city name?
Skillet. Lick Skillet. I mean, nobody knows that place.
Lick Skillet, Alabama.
That's what I said when my mom told me, and then she corrected me and I went back. She goes, "It was Tennessee, Lick Skillet." I said, "Mom, there's no Lick Skillet, Tennessee." She goes, "Yes, there is." I was like, I looked it up. To my surprise, it was. So
Right.
there's Lick Skillet, Tennessee, and Lick Skillet, Alabama. So
There's a lot of Lick Skillets down south.
well, I never heard of Lick Skillet. Every time I heard, I started laughing because I was like, that sounds like really south. It's like
Right.
dirty, like.
Yeah.
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 So, but it's super cool. So, we started like there, and then we went to Mississippi, and like her family's there in Mississippi, and then she went to Indiana, and,
Right.
and then of course there's Indiana.
So how does a young Creole girl from the south become the gothic nightmare that you are today?
I've lived my life.
Yeah. Do tell.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm Creole mixed blood.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm not pure Creole, but I don't know. I just like did talent shows there. I've always like written lyrics and stuff, and I would hear music in my head already. So
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so I started like writing, and I used to stutter a lot.
I was going to get to this because this is
Yeah.
what was fascinating about your story. You had a speech impairment so bad
Yeah.
that you were mute for several years?
Yeah. Well, when I would talk, like now I talk.
We know.
Yeah. Okay. So I would like like and I we hate it because I have to like hit myself to make the word even come out.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was like that bad.
That's very goth, by the way.
I'm sorry.
That is kind of goth, by the way.
Yeah. Very goth. And so I was like, oh man, and then of course I was the okay looking girl. My sister was the pretty one.
Oh.
Really?
Really?
Regina Marie Lenore, she was like the pretty one. She was like a model, and she dated the rock star guys at school. And like I think that's when I started liking like rocker dudes, because like she's like more Creole than I am, and she has like really beautiful hair, beautiful skin. And so then she always like date like the cute, tall guys, like the long hair, pale skin, obviously, and get in trouble by mom.
Hannah. That's Hannah. You're talking Hannah's language now.
Yeah, she would always get in trouble by mom all the time, and then she'd blame it on me for telling. I was like, I didn't tell. She asked me, where were you at? I said, I don't know. She went with her friend. You never told me not to tell.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So your sister's the one that kind of corrupted you.
Oh, big time. She did. No, she did. I mean, like in a good way though.
Yeah.
know?
Well, yeah. You're here.
Yeah, a very, very.
You're the
very
Gotham
smart-
Nightmare. You're a superstar now.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you've and your new single, which I really like the groove of, on YouTube, so you want to fuck a rock star. And it's apropos that this is a single because, not to be indelicate, you have fucked some rock stars.
Yes, I have.
Trent Reznor.
Yes, I have.
The
And
lead
yes, I
singer.
did.
That beats your sister's local Alabama rock stars to hell.
Wow.
How did you meet Trent Reznor?
Oh, through a mutual friend of mine. Ironically, I was doing music, and so I was working my first demo, if you would. And so I was in church back then, not now, obviously, but just coming from this, Indiana at the time, and
And you were in Hollywood.
in Hollywood. My mom didn't get she was like, why you doesn't make sense with Hollywood, now you're in church and blah, blah. I was like, Mom, I know what I'm doing. Honestly, I did not, because I'm not in church anymore. I got kicked out. My weird thing.
We'll talk about getting kicked out of church later. But about what time frame is this?
We mean like with
Well, Trent Reznor. When you meet Trent.
Oh my God.
When your girlfriend's I got a guy for you, Trent Reznor.
Yeah. Well, this is how she did it. This is how she did it. So she kind of tested me, right? And so I was working on my album, and so I would ask the guy from church, like church choir guy. I said, could you do the music for me? I have these lyrics and stuff. He goes, just bring me a sample of what you want it to sound like. So I was like, okay. I didn't know what he looked like. I never met Trent. I didn't know what his face looked like. I just knew the voice, something you can never have. That was my favorite song.
Yeah.
And so I took him the demo, and I heard Trent's like album, and I was like, it's sort of like this. I said, because I've been wanting to hear his voice. I said, it's weird. I said, I can I understand his spirit. That's how I put it.
Right.
And he goes, oh yeah, I can do it. Obviously, couldn't do it. And so then I was like, oh, this so fucking sucks. And then I told my girlfriend that, and she was like, just happened to do it. I said, who? She goes, Trent. I'm like, oh yeah, like where am I gonna find him? Just like randomly. And I actually said that, and she remembers that to this day. I was like, oh yeah, like where am I gonna find? Like whoever talks to Trent, you never even see Trent anywhere. And so a month later, we actually met. And then we started.
So
dating.
is this like the secret law of attraction thing? Like you wished
exactly.
for it and it happened?
Witches, we all are witches. You know what I mean?
Willed it in.
Yeah.
Was there a little sorcery involved?
No, it wasn't. No, not to my knowledge.
Now, where do you run into Trent Reznor?
Well, we went to dinner. My girlfriend Leo Herrera was his engineer.
Okay.
And probably still is. And so she was kind of like seeing Leo. And so when he came into town, she never told me that, by the way. It was kind of like I want to keep my girlfriend in the dark so that she doesn't try to steal my guy. Because she didn't know me like that. And the thing is, I was always celibate, so I would never do that to her anyway. So then she got to know me, and then they came in town. And she was all like, hey, I have some friends in town, and my friends invited you out to dinner. I said, okay. So when we go out to dinner, and to behold, here comes it's like rocker dudes. I'm like, yeah. And so we go inside, and it's the whole band. It's the whole entire band at the table. Right. Yeah, we had Thai at it's like a Thai restaurant on things like Coinga, something like that over like Sunset and Coinga.
Okay.
Chandora, like it's gone now. It's not there anymore.
Okay.
But that's like one of his favorite ones when you come into town. So we went there, we ate, and like the whole band's at the table.
So he's on tour.
Oh yeah, he's on tour. Yeah. So they're all there, and then like he was there with some girl. But he goes, it was his friend, whatever. So I said, okay. So yeah, that's kind of like how it started out. So everybody's like at the table eating, and they're like talking to one another, cracking jokes. I'm just like just eating my Thai food, whatever. And then he just kept looking over like this, right? And I pretend like I didn't notice it. And so Leo goes to her name was Sayonara, to her friend. He goes, I think my guy likes your girl. And then she goes, really? And she goes, yeah. And then I almost finished like all my food, and he was like, pig. That was the first word he ever said to me was pig.
What a flirt.
Yeah, but he has a song called Hey Pig.
Yeah.
Right.
Pig, yeah. So the first, so he's like pig, and I was like, I just kind of smiled. And then after we went to like, it's like someplace on Sunset. But anyway, so his friend came up to me. He goes, hey, Trent wants to meet you. And he's having that girl dropped off. And I was like, okay. So he took me to the car, and took me to where he was at, and everybody had drinks out and stuff. We all went out after that, like a couple places, and that's kind of how it happened. He had to go to an e-convention the next day, obviously, and he invited me to go, and I was like,
good move.
Yeah, and he goes, I want you to stay with me, and I stay here, and I said, no, I gotta go home. He said, why? I said, I just gotta go home, and I'm sure no girl ever told Trent Reznor, no. But it's like I'm celibate. Yeah. And so I didn't want to put myself in a situation to like,
were you really?
Oh yeah, and I still am. Like if I don't have a boyfriend, I don't have random sex. And
I'm the same way, but
Yeah, same here.
yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of sex, but I just need a partner.
yes. No, so you were celibate, and you said I don't want to stay there.
Well, yeah. What I mean, wasn't for that reason. He's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
that's not what at all I had in mind.
well, I mean, he did want to. I mean, he wanted to fuck you, obviously.
Yeah. And so I said, no, if I should go home. He goes, okay. He goes, I'll call you tomorrow. And he gave me his obviously his phone number, and he gave me his code number at the hotel, which is not.
Oh, that's cool.
It was under smoker.
Smoker. So you call the hotel? Could you get the smoker on the line?
Exactly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. See, I always had like a cold name at the hotel.
Next time Nine Inch Nails is in town,
We're gonna call every hotel.
Smoker.
where's the smoker? Yeah.
yeah.
And in LA, there's no smoker, so we'll find him.
No.
Exactly.
Go ahead, yeah.
Exactly. It's like, see, he didn't. That's like a code name in case somebody calls in.
So is this like when he was at his peak, like Downward Spiral, or was this a little before?
No, that's at he was touring with he was right before he did not pretty but with Teeth. He did with Teeth, and then he was touring.
Oh, okay.
What he was doing in 1999.
Like the Fragile years.
That's it, the
Right.
Fragile,
Yeah.
and You and Me. Like I know all the songs almost by heart,
Right.
but
My favorite Nine Inch Nails album, by the way, Fragile.
yeah, well, mine too.
Well, for obvious reasons.
The
I
Wretched.
didn't fuck for Trent Reznor, but I like the album.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't mean to cheapen it. So how long did you go out with him?
A duration of a 10-year off and on period.
Wow.
Yeah, 1999 to 2009 but the thing is like off and on because he toured.
Right.
Yeah, like at the beginning he was touring when we met, and then he kind of like he slowed down, so I got to meet his whole family. To like Mercer, he flew me there for Christmas, for Thanksgiving. So I met everybody. For Valentine's Day, he would like send me gifts, things like that. I would likewise do. Obviously, I'm a tomboy, so he would fly me out to his shows. Like I went to Canada to see him play in Canada.
How does fly under the radar?
Oh, it's crazy. Okay, so we're in Canada, right? And so he sees performing, and then we get off, and then we're about to go to his tour bus, which is in the back. So like all the guys, they're done, they get dressed and stuff. So he grabs my hand, so he goes, "You ready?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay." So we're walking, and like all these people just swarms us. And so he just like looking at me, I'm looking at him. Like I'm in front of everybody. Like it's me, him, and then everybody else. And he has fans in front of him. You have people with cameras taking pictures, and recorders trying to get images of him and stuff like that. And so then we get on the tour bus, and then we go to close the door, and then he goes, "Was that bad?" I was like, "No." "Was that too bad?" I was like, "No." And so that's kind of like how it started out. But it's just like wherever we go and wherever he would go, like I would just see like massive of people just like swarm around him. Like his fans are like diehard fans.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, I know. And I know a lot of women that really like Trent Reznor and really pay attention to who he's dating. Had no idea about you.
Yeah.
And then he married a woman that very exotic looking, beautiful in her own right.
Exactly.
Is that like he's got a type?
Well,
or?
2000. No, he's dated a lot of girls. Well, not a lot of girls, but he's pretty picky about who he dates.
Yeah.
And I'm not a blabbermouth. That's one thing is like everybody knew we were dating. We would date openly. And on Sorry Bishop, like we had the same producers and stuff. Like his, his friends were my producers. The same family.
And why didn't he produce?
Oh, he asked. But of course, my wife's thinking. I was like, I don't want you for that, because I thought he's a super nice guy. I was like, I can do this part myself. And he told me, he goes, yeah, Little Birdie told me you do music. And I said, yeah, but I just kind of like want to do my first album by myself because before I met you, that's what I was doing. And he goes, so what's your influence? You're like, okay, so I wouldn't dare say you. Like that wouldn't even be. I was like, that is so retarded.
It was just too, You wanted to be your own person.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, I like Concrete Blonde, I like Garbage, things like that. He goes, oh, okay, cool. He goes, well, when you have something that you like to hear, I'd like to hear it. And I said, okay. And then like throughout the time we were dating, he's the same thing. He would call me. He's like, so I want to ask you a question. I was like, yeah. I go, so what is it you want to do? And I said, well, I do movies. I would like to do movies, but at the time I was acting, not writing or making movies. And I was like, well, I'd probably do like movies, modeling, maybe just obviously music. And he goes, well, I'd like to help you with your music. And I said, really? I said, but I don't want you for that. And I did it just because he had told me the story about every time he meets a person that he really thinks he has a good friend. And then he goes, before you know it, hey, Trent, their demo tape. And he goes, I was like, fuck, dude, I thought I had a cool friend here. And now you're asking me for something.
Which would segue into the whole Marilyn Manson thing, but I'm going to pause on that because, first off, I think I'm the only one in the studio that has, except for maybe Trevor, that hasn't fucked a rock star.
I've never fucked a rock star.
I was wondering, so I was going to ask you if you fucked any rock stars.
No.
Nobody, no indie rock stars? Nobody?
No.
Now, here's the thing. Now, you have a lot of names.
Well, I guess, well, no, I didn't fuck him.
Wait. You were about to say something.
But I heavily made out and almost had sex with the drummer from Lit, and then he died.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know the drummer from Lit died.
Yeah, he died.
Oh, that's too bad.
Ages ago. Met him with the Dragonfly.
Oh, wow. But that wasn't related to your kiss.
No.
Oh, good.
No, like when Brad Renfro ate me out and then died.
Well, wait a second. Now, is that true? I know I read that somewhere.
Oh yeah, like it was my Instagram, but that was like we met him in at a.
Brad Renfro ate you out.
Yeah, well, we made out. He kind of went down on me a minute, but he was in DUI classes with me and made him laugh.
Oh wow! And
that was a long time ago. That was like 2006 or something. It was like right when I moved here.
Yeah. He's well.
In 2008 he passed, I think.
Wow, good for you. Well, there you go. I will never reach out, but
no.
I didn't realize. How long have I known you? 4 years, 5 years?
Yeah. 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, I've been.
Right when I started doing comedy, we met.
Yeah, I've been out of the scene for a couple. I've been out of LA for a couple years.
I've been out of the scene.
Right. Well, we're going to talk about that, but I didn't know Nicki Wants was a pseudonym. It just hit me like literally like 2 months ago. Is it?
That is a pseudonym?
Yeah.
No.
Your real name is Nicki Wants.
Yeah. Yeah, it's my real name.
You're smiling. Wait a second.
You want to see my birth certificate? You want to see my ID? Like, seriously.
No, because I thought I read somewhere you were like, well, wait, if you really think my name's Nicki Wants, it's like, wait a second. Is your name Nicki Wants?
Yes. I'll show you.
So it's not a pseudonym. You were just goofing around on social media.
No, but what was it?
There was some post where you're like, oh, I bet you think my name's really Nicki Wants.
There you go. Look. Nicole Carolyn Wants.
Your name's really Nicki Wants.
Yeah.
Wow, I guess
I'll show you my birth certificate.
Because I thought it was your real name. It didn't even dawn on me that it could be a pseudonym.
Yeah, it's not. People ask me though.
Right.
I don't know why.
It's a great stage name.
What is it? I was picked on so bad by that.
Nicki Wants.
Nicki Wants. What does she want?
Well, now I mean,
you've heard
now the picked on are in power.
I know.
Yeah,
look at the Nerdist logo right there. It's not Nerdist
guy.
anymore.
Yeah, it's not Nerdist anymore.
Huh?
Well,
no, we're the Ruby now, but they're gonna take that down at some point. But the nerds are in control.
They are. I hope.
How did that happen? What do you mean? I hope.
I'm not. I'm not really a nerd. I'm not a nerd. I'm not a nerd.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
they're just as big assholes as the people that weren't nerds.
But all the guys I date are nerds.
Are they really?
Oh, big time.
Like Brad Renfro and the guy from Lit.
No, he's not. That was just like fancy fun. That was like I forget. He's really even like I just.
Now define nerd. Define nerd for me.
I don't know, like.
Because everybody's a fucking nerd now.
Like Rick Moranis type.
That's nerdy.
Yeah,
I've never seen you with a guy who looks like Rick Moranis in my life. They're usually a little.
Met my boyfriend.
I've seen pictures of him.
He's pretty nerdy.
He doesn't look like Rick Moranis.
I mean, he's nerdy, like the Jewish nerd, nerdy glasses. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yeah, he's got the hipster-proof beard. He's got the whole thing.
He doesn't have a beard.
Didn't he?
I
don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Oh God, maybe that was the other ex.
Am I thinking about? Well,
I mean, that one pulled a gun on me. The other one, was mad for cops. I'm like, the pussy's that good, guys.
Well, I had a guy to blow my car up once.
Wait a second. Let's hear this.
My Mercedes. So it was a convertible Mercedes I had, and so this guy, he was a German guy, very wealthy, by the way. And
was he a rock star?
In his own right. In his own right.
He was uncircumcised, though, right?
Yeah, well, he was a German.
Oh.
Ouch! So you got the you got
no, that's the whole point.
The turtle head, the whole thing.
Yeah. No, but that wasn't that kind of relationship though. I was an artist, and he tried to manipulate me to date him.
Right.
And and obviously I was like, no, I don't want to date. I mean, he wasn't a bad looking guy, obviously, blue eyes, tall, whatever.
Oh, you like blue eyes?
I'm sorry.
You like blue eyes?
Do I like blondes?
Blue eyes.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't go after blue eyes, obviously, but they have like gray eyes, blue eyes, like something that pops out. Yeah. Then the eyeliner looks really good underneath it.
I'm trying to look you in the eye. Yeah. Anyway, so was he Rammstein or KMFDM or somebody we would know?
No.
Okay.
No. Although I do like Rammstein's music.
I went to
but,
that guy, the bassist or the guitarist of Rammstein's house.
Yeah.
Once, and his wife was like smoking hot. Like,
I'm sure.
I'm not even into women, but she was like a hotter Angelina Jolie.
Ooh.
If you can imagine, like she was like the living end.
Nice.
I was like, I don't even know.
Well, how did you end up at the Rammstein Guitars house?
Because my friend Kim was in a show. She's a model, and she was in the show with the hottie, like the wife.
All
and
right.
I didn't know who she was, but I was like, this woman's gorgeous, and she had a little, and I was like, maybe I might be a lesbian. I might be. But she was really nice, and then it was like friend vibes. And then we went to her house, and we were walking down. It was like on Canal Street, New York City.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like it was a townhouse, a little townhouse, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would miss it if you You wouldn't even think of it. It was like by Canal Jeans. Now that's gone, and all of a sudden she's like here, and we're just like, oh, I didn't even notice. And
wow.
And then it's like he had a home studio. You went upstairs, and there's this huge home studio, and I was like, what is your husband, or what is she's like, oh, my husband's in Rammstein. Like, I don't know if it was the bassist or the but she was very like, but she was so nice and so like, I just wanted to braid her hair and like have like pillow fights and like, you know, like tell her everything's gonna be okay. I don't know, like she's like shortly fine, but I'm like, why are we best friends?
But so
I think her name was Karen.
Karen, okay. So somebody blew up your Mercedes.
Yeah.
And also you had your cats killed because of your next relationship that I'll be talking about.
Yeah, I did. Well, okay.
So there's I've read a few things and.
The thing is like it's all fabricated. It's all bullshit. It's all.
But you did go out with Madonna Wayne Gacy, my favorite member of Marilyn
exactly.
Manson.
Yeah. Obviously, you know my choice and favorite. If I were to pick one, but he picked me instead.
And I don't want him to pick me, but I got to tell you honestly. And you know him a lot better than I do, obviously. Since he left the band, none of their albums have been any good.
He's not the only one who said that. I said that publicly. All the fans said the same thing. After Madonna Gacy Pogo left the band Marilyn Manson, I was like, his music's changed. Everybody's like, dude, that sucks. And I think even in a magazine, in a radio interview I mentioned during the Scandal time, I said that. I was like, you might have your golden boy. And I was like, and you guys should get back together because since he left the band, you haven't even been the same. Your music hasn't even been the same. And I'm not the one who says it. Everybody says it. And I didn't tell you that, but you just told me that.
Yeah, and also, I remember when they first came out, of all the guys, and they're all trying to look evil, he was the one that looked the most legitimately evil of all of them.
Yeah, he does.
And you can look at the other, you're like, okay, all right, the guy in the dress is kind of creepy, but this dude with the bald head and the way he's looking at the camera is the creepiest motherfucker I've ever seen.
Yeah, he is.
How did you meet Madonna Wayne Gacy? Or her real name Stephen Beer?
Stephen Beer Jr.
Oh, Beer, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Stephen Beer Jr. I'm at the studio. They're recording in the studio, and we always go to the same studio. And we have the same mutual friends, obviously, like the whole Manson, Nine Inch Nails, Godhead, Kidney Thieves, you know, Tool. It's all the same exact family, and those guys I work with. Either I'm pulling from a band member to do a show, or they're producing my album, my single, or something, or they're making sure I have the right publicist. Which the last time I went outside the circle, and you see what happened.
Well, how long after you broke up with Trent, and how did you break up with Trent? What happened there?
Oh, it wasn't really a breakup.
You just drifted apart?
No, well, okay, so he started going on tour back to back. He would fly me out and stuff, and we still talked on the phone a lot and had an email every day. He bought me a camera so I can take pictures every day of me. That was the point. He goes, here. He goes, send me a picture every day. So I said, okay. So every single day I was sending a picture or something. He goes, do more. I'm like, oh my God. It was like, so literally.
Wow, that sounds like my relationships. Send me more pictures.
No, but
download speed not fast enough.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's really kind. He's like, you want more. I'm like, okay. And so I was like, I guess it's keep me like,
No, he wanted you fresh in his mind. I understand.
I'm
making a bad jerk off joke, but he was.
Well,
sounds sweet.
Yeah, he's very kind. And so I went from that.
Although he did jerk off to a couple, I'm sure, but.
A couple of Trent Reznor photos?
No, he jerked off a couple of her photos that she sent
I
out.
thought you were like, I jerked off
Obviously.
to a few Trent Reznor.
Yes, no.
I'm like, he's a good looking man.
Yeah. So we
But anyway, so you would send him pictures every day.
Yeah, I had to. And then it just got to the point I was just like, okay, so I didn't send him an email one day, and then the next day he was like, hey, what happened? That's why I didn't get email from you. So I was like, oh my God, you noticed that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then I was like, yeah. So I sent him an email, and then just like I just kind of like pulled a little bit back because I was like, he was like he had another tour in like another year, and I know because he said he wanted to start a family. That's what the whole point was, and this was like
Right.
before any of that
You want to start a
other
family
stuff.
with you.
Well, I'm not saying that, but we were together.
Right.
And so he was like, he goes, I can't really do that much unless, until I've taken care of myself, until, the finances, the touring, and all, a stable husband, a stable guy, whatever it was that he would have been. He had a vision he wanted his future to be with whoever woman he chose, So, so basically the point, my brain just lost the train of thought.
No, okay. So,
Dude, where'd you get
just
that
sort of
jacket? Because I
different-
love it. I love
Right.
this jacket.
Yeah.
Where did you get the jacket?
Actually, the vintage. But the train of thought, what I was telling you about the camera.
Right.
Okay, but what was the top of the point?
Well, I was going to say, why did you guys break up?
Oh, okay. So why we break up? So it wasn't really a break up. So it was from just being like distant like that. And although he would fly me out, and then we do the whole talk on the phone every day, or like I said, do the email every day. It's just I was like, I just don't want to put myself in a situation to where I'm like, okay, hey, we're still together like that. And because we were, but at the same time, I understand that he had to do his thing. And so then he was like, oh, what? I'll be back, And he came back. And so I went back for Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff and met his family for the second time.
Right.
And then he came back. And, of course, he moved here to L.A. And then I saw his head shaved. I was the first girl to see him. He shaved his head bald. And I was there when he went to Hazelton.
Him and me.
Yeah. And went to Hazelton rehab. I was there doing like the whole Hazelton thing and
Oh, okay.
and the what is it and with teeth.
All right.
Yeah. So I was like I was still in his life. And so like I said, like I started doing my own thing. When I pulled back, I said I want to do my music. I'm
Right.
just gonna focus so I can when he comes back and when whatever happens, at least I'm just here like a girlfriend or just like, oh my God, I'm just
But
waiting
you've
for him to
already
come back.
you already had an album out in 2004, I believe.
Yeah.
Mute Malevolence.
Exactly.
Under the name Soraya Bishop.
Yeah, I was going by Survivorship at that time. And so I was like, okay. And by the way, he called me and he goes, guess what I'm looking at? He goes, I said, who? He goes, Survivorship. He goes, I have your album in my hand. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And this was when Tower Records and stuff was around.
Right.
I was like, oh, that's cool. And so obviously, he looked out for my stuff and he said, he congratulated me and he goes, I'm really proud of you. And like he was the first person that ever said that they was really proud of me for doing anything, hence my stuttering. We call speaking impediment I had was
Right.
completely gone away. And so I was like, yeah, so just like we never broke up. Then he came back, like I said, and then we moved here and he took me to his house over in Beverly Hills that he had. So I saw his pad here and I met some of his producers there. And so it's kind of like how it happened. And then of course he booked a tour here and then he started doing back to back here. And so that's kind of like how it was. And I just talked to him in 2009. And obviously, like, during the time, one of my girlfriends, she was all like, yeah, she had some beef with me because she actually liked him.
Okay.
And
well, I figured things like that would happen.
Well, yeah, but it was the same girl.
Right.
So
the
it's-
one who hooked you up with him is
Yeah,
the one
they had the beef because she actually liked him.
Right.
But she was with his friend. And then I ended up with him. And so, so she was telling me, she go, oh, yeah, well, I heard something and I read something about maybe he like cheated on you with some girl backstage. And I was like, no way, right? So my dumb ass do this. So I go online, I'm like, da-da-da, and I'm just looking at dumb as shit. And first of all, you don't go online and you don't look at somebody's forum
Right.
because people write shit, you know what I mean? I met him, or dude, he's in the elevator, dude, he's had a drink with him, or dude, you don't know. And so then, and I didn't see anything like that she said. So I was like, I'm just going to ask him. So he called me. He goes, "Hey, talk to me," like that. And so I was like, "Yeah, I want to ask you something." And it was a very stupid thing to ask,
Right.
but I did it. I did the stupid thing to ask, and I was like, "Well, because it was that girl that kind of like was with his friend whenever he came in town."
Right.
He's like, "No, what are you talking about?" And I was like, "Oh, well, somebody told me that you." He goes, "No." He goes, "Did I tell you that?" I said, "No." And he said, "Okay." He goes, "Well, don't believe everything you read and don't believe everything you hear." He goes, if I did do something like that, he goes, "I will tell you I did that." He goes, "But no, that never happened." He goes, "It's online. Like, it was on a forum." And the thing
Right.
is, one that I didn't even see. Like, I didn't even see. So basically, she was throwing like monkey wrenches at me, like to get me like, yeah. But yeah.
So that aroused suspicion. And
Well, yeah, but yeah, because I never thought anything like that, and so
Right.
that was the first time I asked a stupid question like that, and he was
Right.
like, "No," he goes, "No."
Nikki, you've asked questions like that of your boyfriends.
What? Why are you looking at forums?
No,
No,
are
like
you cheating
like
on me?
cheating, like not cheating, but like oh, I heard
No,
maybe a girl.
Well, I just already knew I mean, not this, but my past ex I found out was like 14 or 15 women in the year we were with.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a
That's
busy
all?
Boy. I know. It's not that busy. I mean, that's it. God.
How did
Yeah.
you, 14, 15, well, in the year that you guys were going out?
Yeah.
Wow, how did he?
And then he wants to get me back, and he was actually calling my friends. Actually, last week called my friend, was like, set up a date with Nikki, like go to dinner with Nikki, and like tell me where you're at so I can see her because she blocked me from everything. And I was
Oh,
like, no.
hell no.
Like, is my friend's gonna hoodwink me to see your
Right.
fucking dumbass? Like, no. Like,
So he could cheat on his girlfriend he's going out. He has now.
oh
with
no,
you.
I don't think he has. He doesn't have a girlfriend.
He
now.
doesn't deserve
I'll
one.
bet
He doesn't
does.
deserve
No,
anything.
No, I'll bet he does.
Right?
I'll bet he does. That's the
He was
kind of guy
actually.
that
I was
would.
on a FaceTime with him, and I found out he was getting his dick sucked while I was FaceTiming with
Oh,
me.
He deserves to be put in a cage.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Wait, he was getting his dick sucked while he was FaceTiming you?
yeah. And then I kept because I was hearing, I heard
What a
something.
guy.
What a
And
piece
stuff.
of shit.
Yeah, but he's gonna pull the gun on me, and it was crazy. He's a
What?
crazy person. But it doesn't even. He like fought, like Googles me a lot, so I'm even like talking. It's like Voldemort. I'm like, oh, he doesn't even. He would think I gave a shit.
Is this a
about
comic?
him. No.
Oh, good.
You should say something to him on the camera. He's probably going to look at this.
I know I probably will. Leave me alone.
Yeah, leave her alone.
Yeah.
I hope he does, but it's.
Wow.
And
I
then
didn't know your dating life was that.
It's
that,
crazy.
That adventurous.
It is. I mean, I'm well. I'm
Like
pretty
your
good now.
dating life's like Goodfellas. It's like really weird.
Good fellas.
Really. I'm
Between
a good
the blowing up the
girl.
car and the gun and the
And she's got the car blow up.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
the gun.
your
Yeah.
cats.
And then I have the cops busting in my house.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
now I'm
that's
gonna
the
we're
most
talking
recent
about
one.
getting married, so it's like
To the guy that called the cops on you.
Yeah. I know.
I have a gross creeper
Love
story.
him.
Oh please, I want to hear this.
So there was this like guy that used to social media stalk me, right? This metal guy. And I would never
Right.
like really respond. He's like, "Let me take you out to a vegan restaurant," knowing I'm vegan. And he's like,
Are
"Hey,
you vegan?
yeah,
How does he know that and I don't?
huh?
How does he know that and I don't?
It's on my Instagram." Anyway,
I'm not.
So-
I've been researching.
I'm proud of you that you're vegan. You
Gotham
have not brought it
nightmare.
up until right now.
well, here's
That's
why. So this guy, he's like, "Well, I'm shooting a metal video." He's like, "I'm gonna send it to you." Like, trying to impress me. I'm like, So he goes down to this butcher shop in East LA and buys a severed pig head. Proceeds to send me a video of him making out with it. He literally stuck his tongue in the severed pig's mouth. It's like,
That's very nice name.
That's
and sends
romance.
it to me. I was like, it was disgusting and
gross.
psycho.
Did he have like closer in the background and was he spinning around or?
No, he was like outside in the
You're like,
corner
come up with something way
street.
more interesting than that.
Yeah.
That's so
You let me
1994.
violate you. I don't- I
Who
don't
does
know.
that? Ugh.
Some guy drew a picture of me, one of my Twitter follower guys, in blood,
Whoa.
and I have
Whose
it somewhere.
whose blood?
I don't know. I guess it was his. It was like crayon and blood, and I was like, that's
Wow.
a man after my own heart. It's
Well,
right
I wear
there.
blood, so
Yeah, like I like.
I'm
that.
sorry.
I
what
wear-
happened?
I wear
What-
blood
what
when I
about you
sing.
in blood?
I wear blood when I sing. When I sing, I wear blood.
No, I've looked at your most recent photo shoot. That's blood.
Yeah, that's blood.
Now whose blood is that?
Oh, I make professional. I do it professionally. I make professional blood. Like I can make it professionally.
So
Yeah.
this is stage blood.
Well, I mean, I don't slaughter humans. I'm pro-human. You know,
Right.
I am
Who-
a
who do you
I am
slaughter?
a vampire. So
Well, before we get back to the Madonna and Gacy story, I wore this kiss tie for a reason. Because I read that this was one of your mentors right here, Gene Simmons. Now, how do you meet this
Yes.
guy? And you didn't sleep with him. Let's
I
be clear.
did not sleep with him.
Gene Simmons
Not
I
at all.
talked to me though at what's that tequila? What's that restaurant? It's in Cahuenga. It's that Mexican restaurant, Velvet Margarita.
Oh, that's a good place.
And he was walking out, and he was like, "Ooh."
Nice.
And I was like, but me and his wife have the same birthday, so I was like, maybe it's the Pisces thing.
Ah. What's your sign?
I'm sorry?
Your sign.
My sign is Gemini.
Okay. Anna?
I'm an Aquarius.
Okay.
You?
Oh, I'm Scorpio. But that doesn't
Trevor?
Trevor, what's your sign?
Anyway.
You're a Leo? Roar. I'm a Leo moon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
My dad's name is Leo, but he's not a Leo. Anyway, to get back to the story here. So how do you meet? Well, apparently you can go to the Velvet Margarita and get eye fucked by him. But how did you meet?
I don't
Gene
know,
Simmons?
but I should, yeah. That was nice.
Yeah, through Barry Levine. Barry Levine, he's part of, they do like comics and stuff, and he's, he was part of his management also, and like he did his like photos, he started Kiss with Kiss and just came up. So now they have like this huge, used to be with like Dark Horse Entertainment.
Right.
And that's how I met Barry in the film business. And then he was like, yeah, I want you to meet Gene. And so yeah.
Just a dude named Gene.
Gene. And so then he gets on the phone in his office right away, and he calls, and he's like, hey, I want to have somebody here I want you to meet, and I want you to meet her for management. She needs a good management. And so he said, okay. So he was at Radio 1 in Culver City doing an interview there. So he goes, tell her to come down to Radio 1. I'm doing an interview, and after that, we'll meet with her in there. So I went down to Radio 1, and so, of course, he's doing, the whole Kiss band was doing an interview. And so I came out, and he's like, hi, I'm Gene, and introduced himself. So we went into the room.
Right.
And the office room. And so I showed him, like, all my stuff, my video stuff, my music content. He listened to, like, every song, very patient. Right. He saw my visuals. He goes, okay, I want to see visuals. So I showed him the visuals and stuff. And so basically, he gave me, like, the rundown on branding myself.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure I own, like, all my publishings, make sure my trademarks and all that's, like, mine. And
but here's the thing about branding yourself. You change your name like every two months.
No, because I started at Yolanda Jean Tharpe.
Is
like,
that
that's
his
my
idea?
birth name. No,
I got that.
Yeah, that's my birth name. And then I was Soraya Bishop. Now, the thing with that was Soraya Bishop, like, when I just wanted to develop spiritually, and I did, I became Seraphim. And a Seraphim is like the highest order rank of angels. Mm-hmm. So, Soraya Bishop, Princess Overseer.
Right.
Yeah, so I went from that to just being like an angelic. So that's where Seraphim Ward came in at. And then I just dropped the word because me and my PR wanted to focus on my career and not like this huge scandal that you had to
right. That's when the Marilyn
read
Manson
through.
thing was happening.
Yeah, you had to read through all the scandal in order to get to the artist.
Right.
And now you think, oh, cool, you like her music, but you've already like,
Well, that makes sense.
You went to like so many magazines, and then now you hear the music, you see the video and stuff.
Well, you don't want to go back to Soraya Bishop.
Well, no, I'm still the real Soraya Bishop. So,
right, but I mean, did you think about going back to that after the whole Marilyn Manson scandal?
No, I just went. Well, the thing is, like, everything happened so fast.
Right.
And I wanted to revamp my name for a reason when I went from Soraya Bishop. So I wanted to say Seraphim. And plus, it's like Seraphim. You don't just change it to something just odd, weird. And it's like, weren't you Seraphim Ward? And now you're like, whatever, Potato Tuesday or something. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, so I wanted to keep my first name. So then I got Envoyer.
Right.
So it became Seraphim Envoyer. And Envoyer was Lucifer's last name, which was one of my guardian angels at the time, and which gave me permission to use it. And true story. And so then,
Lucifer did?
Yeah, Samuel Envoyer. His name is Samuel.
Oh, okay.
Samuel Envoyer is the angel Lucifer.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I haven't talked to Sam in a while, so I don't really.
Yeah, ask him about me.
But I should ask the big guy who owes me a favor down there. So.
But I did meet Stanton LaVey.
Ask him. Yeah, ask him about me. He knows me personally.
I did meet Stanton LaVey, but he wasn't terribly impressed by me. But that's all. So. But anyway,
Yeah.
It's like when Joey Ramone and I ran up to him and I just threw my arms around him and I was like, "Hi," and he's like, he just stood there, and I'm like.
No, I did a
show.
show
with.
with.
Joey Ramone was really not give a shit, but I was a super fan.
I did a show with Charles Manson's son, who I got to look up and I got to get him on the show. But and we were friends, and he had we were doing a show at the CIA, and he had Stanton LaVey, who was the high priest of the Church of Satan.
He's the grandson, right?
He's the grandson.
He added me on Facebook last night. I was all starstruck.
Well, here we go. Everything goes. There's a lot of coincidences go happening. This is really weird.
This is weird.
So the guy's
summer solstice.
And you want to talk about the guy from Rammstein having a beautiful girlfriend? Stanton LaVey's girlfriend is amazing looking. So he's like, hey, this is my friend, the goth comedian. He's like, hello, just like totally dismissive of me. And I was like, I don't know if that's good or bad, but okay. So Lucifer told you to change your name.
Well, he didn't say change it, but I was looking for a last name.
Okay.
And so I was just going through my stuff, just like, write names down and stuff like that. And when you communicate, which I do with angelic beings, and we do, and just like use my last name.
Which is weird because if I'm not mistaken, and Hannah will tell you how much research I do on my beautiful female guests, although I didn't know your name was real.
I know, Mark. I can't believe that.
See, I thought it was real. Anyway.
Now you do.
I just want to know what did I post that you thought? Sorry to cut you off, but what did I post that
you posted? Oh, like you think that's my real name, something like that. Anyway, forget that. This has to do with comedy. If I'm not mistaken, this week you went to an atheist comedy show at the Improv.
Yeah. Well, it was atheist celebration.
Or atheist celebration.
Yeah, I'm the atheist.
Were you there
At the atheist?
at the atheist improv show?
I
No.
wanted to go. I
No,
didn't know about that.
I said we were celebrating atheism.
No, it was I guess it wasn't an improv show. It was an atheist celebration, but it was at the Improv.
Exactly.
Comic. Oh, I thought it was a comic atheist.
Oh,
Well, I thought it was
no,
too.
no,
No, but it
no.
was just
An atheist
So they just rented the
celebration.
Improv for the
Oh,
atheist.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was like a table. It was like celebrating atheism.
Oh,
Thought we were gonna
cool.
get laughing.
But if you have angels and
If you-
Lucifer
yeah,
and all
then
these
how are
people,
you
how
an
can you be an
atheist?
atheist?
Yeah.
That's my question.
Okay, well, I am atheist. I'm a pagan. I'm
Right.
a pagan.
Got that.
Yeah, so that's why I'm a pagan star. Yes,
Right.
pagan star.
But
Happy
then,
summer
like,
solstice.
Yeah, hence summer solstice. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, what I believe in, like, I know there's God, and I know there's angels and all that, and being a pagan, we use all the elements. We believe in the cosmos. We believe in, the star gods. Earth, air, water, fire, the pinnacles, the different, like crystals, and it's like we use them. Like they, sometimes they guide us the right way, sometimes they don't. And I believe in, we call it the I am
Right.
presence, which means I am God, and we're created as God. So
And you're the I am artist.
exactly.
Or like
Y-
Wayne
look
Dyer
at that.
or whatever. Like the
look,
self-help
he
guru.
did his research. Yeah, the I
No,
am
no.
artist.
You refer to yourself as the I am artist.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's
All capitalized.
exactly. That's like the spiritual, growth, as you would say. And it's very hard to become an I am, by the way, because most don't even know about it.
I don't know about it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like one of those things that's like hidden, like secret society stuff.
Right.
The
Oh,
I
okay.
am,
All right.
the I am, the one Christ self. Your higher
Just like
self-awareness.
Illuminati shit, or what?
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah. It's like.
Are you you're in the Illuminati?
No, I refuse to be that because of
Have you been offered to be in the Illuminati?
I've been offered to be a Mason and in the Illuminati, and I said no, I can't do that. And he's like, why not? I said, well, this is how I look at it. Like I advanced my studies so much, and a lot of things I do learn, I would have to go backwards, and you can't undo something. I won't make a silence of like swear a code of silence if I already know it, because I'm gonna fuck up. I promise you that. Like something, whatever they teach you there is there, and you don't go outside the door.
Right.
Okay. Well, I already know that.
So there's nothing I can have you slip out here tonight
What?
for our audience. Some weird secret society stuff, like who really did 9/11, like.
Well, I know a lot of that. I wouldn't say things like that.
Right.
I mean, that's kind of like we kind of like figured out who did that. It was like an inside job, and
Right. How did Beyonce become such a big star and things like that. But anyway, let's get off of that because
That's
I don't want to.
not
You had your car blown up. I don't want that to happen.
exactly. But no, but it's that's trivial, by the way, of like selling your soul for something, because
Right.
because that was also something that was asked by him.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, like I'm a good person. I'm not evil. I'm just a pagan. So it's like I'm not going to do something where, oh yeah, give me this, because I'm like, no, I can do that myself, and that's my true response.
And it comes back threefold. But
I'm sorry. Well, no, but
it
the thing
does.
is,
It does.
well, but the thing is, you don't know what kind of contract you're going to get. You don't know.
Right.
So I will never make a contract, and I won't join a secret society because I will fuck up. I will tell everything.
Okay. So here's I
will tell everything.
I knew this was going to be like this, and I've got to get these questions out. These are questions because it's all we're getting down to like the last 10 minutes. I have to ask these two questions. Mm-hmm. There's many beautiful women in Hollywood. Why you? Why do these rock stars gravitate to you?
I don't know. I mean,
Why do you think? You're beautiful,
yeah.
but there's beauty all around. What sets you apart?
I don't know. Just that's something like
Hannah, do
I
you
don't
know?
I don't go out a lot. So when I do go out, it's like, it's like I don't go to places where you would meet them. Hence, I met him at the studio, and I met him at dinner. So.
Well, I think because I worked at the Rainbow and I've seen a lot of girls just be like, over Rockstars.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was so not me.
No,
Yeah.
because you're very confident. You don't feel like you need them as a stepping stone, or you even need them in your life. You're just very confident, and I think that's very rare.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's very attractive.
The Rainbow has delicious pizza. I love the pizza at the Rainbow.
Yes.
I love it.
They have a lot of fun things there.
And like I have a
And
pizza
lot of nuts on
tattoo.
things.
It's
Let me see.
But yeah, so
Keep it
well,
real.
thank
Oh, what's
graciously, I never dated a rock star from the Rainbow.
There's none
Well, yeah.
there.
Exactly. That's
Oh,
what,
let me rest
that's,
in peace.
that's what
Yeah.
I was
No,
going to
come on,
get
because
at.
you DJ there. There had to be some rock star.
Well,
some
yeah,
sort of
but
rock
yeah.
There was
but-
just Lemmy, and then there was a couple groupies that had their tits hanging out. I fucked David Lee Roth back in the day, and they're
Yeah.
drunk and falling on their face.
Right.
I mean,
And
I love
And so
cock
my
rock.
attire
No, I
was
love
when I met Trent
Poison and all that
was
shit.
Yeah.
I was doing modeling at the time, modeling.
Right.
So I had
Motley
like an
Crue.
all black pantsuit
I
that
met
came up to my
Sebastian
neck,
Bach.
Right.
by the way.
He's there.
And it was
Same
like
here,
cuffed
same
up, and like I
mustache.
had a long trench black coat. So you saw no breast, you saw no nothing. Hence,
Right.
the first one was pig. And then my girlfriend had a really cool corset on. She had like D boobs. And so she had this cool corset and her D boobs like on top of here. True story. And she had this really cute black leather skirt and like these like leather open toe shoes. And then I'm like the girl, church girl, is all like,
Right.
and he, he's like he wanted to meet me. And, so that's how that came about. And the same thing with Pogo. I dressed the same way like I
Right.
did down. The same style.
So you met him in the studio, was that right?
Yeah, it's at the studio, and then that's what we start talking, and then Modern Weapons, which is my producer now, one of my guys,
Right.
he had a show, and so me, Jason Miller from Godhead, my Russian girlfriend, and so we went out, and there was Madonna and Gacy, and Tim Skold.
Right.
Yeah, so basically I was talking to Madonna and Gacy, and then when I left, he was telling Tim Skold, Soraya, I kind of like her. I don't know if she likes me. He's like, what? So anyway, so this is a conversation that Pogo kind of like told me, and so I had left at that point, and so Pogo, he goes like, we should call her. So then I get a phone call, and then there's Pogo talking about like, hey, what are you doing? Can you come pick me up? So I was like, yeah, sure. So I came by.
Hey,
and
how you
picked him
doing?
up.
Can you go pick me up?
Well, no, he talked to me.
Panty dropper line.
Yeah, how did I miss that line?
Yeah, because
I don't want to take the bus, babe.
Well, no, he had his car there, but he'd been drinking. He was drinking, so he didn't want to drive. He said, "Can I come back and pick him up?" Because he didn't want to drive. I
Yeah,
said,
pick me up. I'm fucked up. Good.
Yeah. So I went
Whiskey
back.
dick.
So I went back and I picked him up, and because he had to go get his car in the morning, and then he told me like the whole conversation. He's like, yeah, well, by the way, like that was a mediator, and Tim was like, give her a call now. So basically, he was standing with Tim when he called me to make sure that he made the connect, because he was like, yeah, and I don't know if she likes me like that, and he was
So
like,
Tim Skold hooked you up with Madonna.
exactly.
And Gacy. Okay.
So Tim Skold is the thing for the whole me and Madonna and Gacy, and then of course I came back, picked him up, and then we got his car the next day, and then he just kind of like just liked me, and he would always come over, and he just stayed, and I moved him in, so we lived. so we lived on Beechwood,
Right.
and then we got a house in Hollywood Hills at the very top of Hollywood Hills. After
Okay.
that. Yeah.
And you still live there with him?
No, that was my house.
And you still live there?
But
No,
he- so he-
no. He moved him in. Sorry.
No,
He moved in with you.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
on
Yeah,
Beechwood, and then I got a house in Hollywood Hills at the top of it, and I was with together, so he moved in my house in Hollywood Hills at the very top. So we was like a moving.
Right.
We had the black cats and the blood on the walls and the black walls, pentagrams everywhere. My own doing, of course. I was the freak.
Really?
Yeah, like
You
seriously.
and Pogo, and you're the freak.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Interesting. And this is when he left Marilyn Manson.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was a freak. But you know what I'm saying? Like it was my place. The black walls, the blood everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wear blood.
You wear blood, yes.
Yeah.
Now, why do you wear blood?
Because it's for like since
That's a
I'm,
good
I'm
look on you,
spiritual.
but,
Thank you. It's for like
That's more satanic.
well, no, creation,
That's like the
creation and
giving,
redemption.
yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Creation and redemption.
I don't know anything about
It's about
Satanism.
salvation,
Yeah.
and I'm the only artist that does. I am
But
artist.
it's not your blood.
No, it's not my blood. If it could be, it would be, but it's not.
But it's not human blood.
No, it's not.
It's not animal blood.
No, I make blood. Like I'm pro-life.
Okay. So it's stage blood.
Yes. Well, no, I make it. I hand make it. So I have
Right.
like bone, and you can eat it. By the way, like it's that good.
Well, yeah.
Does it
Well,
does it coagulate like blood? Like you can
Yeah,
bake it,
like it looks so real. I went out after I did the shoot, and I was like, "Oh my god, like are you okay? Like you're bleeding." I said, "No, it's, it's blood, but it's fake blood. I
Right.
make blood. It looks so real, but it does. So it doesn't come off, doesn't drain off. It just is thick.
Where does the time go? Wow. We didn't even get to your out. So, what was I'm still getting over the blood thing. I'm trying to figure out. There's so many things I have to ask you.
There's so many things we have to, because I got to go to a show, so.
I know we do have to, but you have a new you have a new album coming out.
Yeah, you want to fuck a rock star?
Well, that's a
And-
single. That's on YouTube.
Well, that's the actual the album. The album's name, You Want to Fuck a Rock Star, and every song on the album is called just that, You Want to Fuck a Rock Star.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like it's one.
Do you have any tips on fucking rock stars that you can give our audience besides what you're talking about?
No, just stay spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And you may be on a reality show, you were telling me?
Yeah, well, no, I am on a reality
You are?
TV show. I just booked one, and through my manager,
Mm-hmm.
Michael Blakely, and Electro Management, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, so and right now it's in codename Go to Hollywood or Go Home, and it's about us just doing our careers in Hollywood. And so we have a budget and whatever. So I get to do every movie that I write, and I get to get a cool record deal, obviously, and get to tour. So the whole world see me doing that, and like the movies actually come out. My album actually come out because
Right.
I could tour and all that stuff, and record deal and all that. So
Right.
a new record.
So do
deal.
you think Gotham Nightmare is going to stick?
Yeah, that's my name, Gotham Nightmare. Like that's the official Gotham Nightmare Seraphim of Nazareth. Of course, Yolanda Jean Tharpe, because that's my birth name. So I always carry that.
And Nicki, why did you take a hiatus from comedy? That's what I do want to know that.
I just didn't feel like doing it anymore.
Right. Well, I remember seeing posts on social media, and that was this.
But I was like, and I'm also really tired of going to open mics and then hearing like people calling me, being like, "She did your joke. This is like people are emulating me or something." Like, but I'm like, I don't think I'm that great. Like, I don't think I'm anyone, And I'm like, why do I keep hearing stuff about that? And it really bothers me. So I'm like, I'd rather just not do it at all.
I've
But
only
you're
known
back.
you very like an hour, and I think you're hilarious.
Oh, thanks.
Well, you are hilarious, but I mean, I think, I had to get away from L.A. for a couple years.
And I just hate people. I hate most of the people. But we can't talk about that.
No,
we
I-
can talk about it.
I
We can
don't-
talk
I-
about it later.
No, I don't like most of the comics either.
Yeah, I don't.
And they don't like
supposed to-
me.
Yeah.
Well, if you
I don't know if they like me or not.
if you're
but-
moving to Redondo where I am, we can go hit the Comedy Magic Club down there in Hermosa.
Yeah,
See
and then
if
it's
we
coming
can jump
back.
in there.
Yeah, and my friend Chris Cope always goes there. Like, as
I
Chris,
kid. Some
Yeah.
people
I met
like
him
me,
at the
some people
Rainbow.
don't.
Oh, he's so great.
Yeah, I was super drunk telling him Charlie Sheen cocaine jokes.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love it.
Yeah.
Tell us a Charlie Sheen.
Charlie
cocaine joke.
Sheen's coke dealer used to be my coke dealer. We had the
Oh,
same
really?
coke dealer.
Nice.
That was nice.
What's a Charlie Sheen cocaine joke?
I don't even. They're so stupid. It's like how much cocaine can Charlie Sheen do enough to kill 2.5 men? Like, I don't remember.
Oh. I can't think of a better ending. And the Gotham Nightmare Seraphim Yolanda, we'll have to have you back because we haven't even talked about the whole TMZ thing.
Exactly. There's like so much more.
Well, it's just
yeah.
there's a whole onion that needs to be
Yeah.
unwrapped. But
And then Nicki and I are gonna go carpool.
Yeah, we're gonna carpool
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well.
when I moved to Redondo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So but before we go,
We'll hit the
so
rainbow.
Nikki,
Yeah.
now you are doing shows again.
But you're not gonna get pizza. I'll have pizza.
You have pizza. Yeah, I'll have whiskey.
I have whiskey.
Okay.
Yeah. Deal.
I don't want to interrupt the
CIA
bondage.
with the Dark Mark.
Yes, July 7th.
July
but,
7th.
but are you doing any other shows?
I'm doing the Van Nuys Comedy Club on the July 4th.
Oh, the Springbok.
Yeah, is it Springbok now?
Well,
Is
no,
it Billy Bats? Is it at Springbok or is it Van Nuys?
it is Springbok.
It is fucking Springbok?
Yeah,
Is
and
it
that-
Billy Bats?
Yeah.
Billy fucking Bats is doing that?
Yes. You didn't know who booked you?
I don't know.
Billy Bats. Anyway, I'm glad to see you're doing comedy because you're very
Well,
funny.
Thank you. Thanks. I think I have another show next. I might do the Lexington on Tuesday
Okay, well, I mean, we
for Ed Galvez because I'll do a drop in there.
people probably hear this a month from now, 2 months from now.
Yeah, so
But-
sorry. Just go to All Hail Miss Wants on Twitter because I like
All Hail
tweeting.
Miss Wants. You have a lot of Twitter followers.
I know. Well, not that many. That's not like 8,000.
Yeah, more than I do. Yeah, but 8,000 is pretty decent.
It's not that bad. It's not that
It's not
much.
that, it's not that
Look,
great.
Chris Cope is like 150.
Yeah, but he's got credits.
I know.
Anyway, speaking of credits,
I don't even have credit. Well, all things Scott. Well, not really anymore. But
right,
I did
right. My
Ralph-
big credit was I was on Twins Happily Ever After for 30 seconds. It's a big credit.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Twins, the movie with
No,
Danny DeVito and
No.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, that was a good
I
movie.
was like, dope.
Anyway, All Hail Miss Wants.
On
That's
Twitter.
her real name.
Miss Wants. That's my real. I can't believe it.
I can't
Oh no,
believe
I
it.
think I said my tits were real. My smile is fake. Maybe that's what it was.
Well,
Whatever. Nicki Wants is my real name.
your tits and your smile are always real to me. And Yolanda, Gothem, Seraphim, give us everything that's going on right now with you and how people can get a hold of you.
Okay, well, right now, like I'm doing the reality TV show, and so we're in the first beginnings of that, which, like I said, like everything that I write is going to be put out, and which is Revelation Bullshit End Times, where he's one of the Gothic comedians in the
Yes,
show.
I will be in your movie that will be on your show now.
Yeah, Revelation Bullshit
That's
End
how
Times.
that's how we met.
Exactly. Yeah. So that, and then of course the music. You want to fuck a rock star? That's gonna be on the show also. So, but right now you go on YouTube. You can hear it and listen and stuff. And for the single of You Never Loved Me, you can actually download it now, buy it. But they want everything to come out on the show, so that way we have like a bigger release.
I just remembered the question I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
I have to ask this. On Amazon, there was some really trashy, horribly written reviews about your album.
Oh, the Meatball event.
Yes.
That was the
one
ve-
of them
that was the
said,
very
one of them
first-
said you had a fake tan.
Do I have a fake 10?
No.
I thought that was. Did you read that?
Yeah.
It's the most ridiculous thing
Someone
I
said
ever
you had
said.
a fake tan.
Yeah, okay, because they said, I said, sure, fake tan. I was like, no, it's a real tan. Like I've
he does-
darkened, I got
Yes.
darker, but it's a
You're
real
Creole.
tan. Yeah. I said, no, it's my real tan. I'm like, oh, yeah, like she's like staying in the tanning booth too long. She has a
my
fake tan.
God.
That's what he says.
Yeah, and I said, because my features are Caucasian, like when you see my photo shoot, I have a lot of European features.
Right.
And then, of course, I have darker skin. So they think, like, I said, no, it's my skin color. So, yeah, I was like, I got a lot of weird stuff.
That's
Like,
got to be the worst review ever.
I don't know if that's racist or not.
That's
No.
completely racist.
It's totally
weird.
racist, right? Am I wrong being like that's? I'm offended by that in a weird way.
no,
I'm
because
offended,
I
it's
know
really, like,
it's not because I have Caucasian features, and when I said like how wow, she's really pretty. It's like, so basically it's like she had a fake tan. She should stay out of the tanning booth, and some other
It's
weird
racist
shit.
against tanning booths. Anyway,
Yeah.
go to seraphimofnazareth.com.
Yeah.
And Twitter, Facebook. Look up all of her many names. You'll find things there.
Yeah, you feel like a lot. Like I have a history of controversy.
Yes. And Hannah, you have no controversy. Hail Hannah Bach on Instagram. You will not be on the show for about a month.
I will not be on the show for a month. I do have controversy, but I keep my mouth shut.
Right.
I have lots
And
of
you
it.
have fucked rock
We'll
stars.
talk about it. I have not fucked rock stars. I've had opportunities, but I've partied with rock stars.
Right. And
Which is like my song. Have you ever snorted cocaine with the rock star?
That's right.
Yeah, that's
I
me.
never
Talk about that.
have,
Yes,
but
you're Hail Hannah.
I'm Hail Handbox 666.
And I'm all Hail Miss Wants. So we have
Yeah,
Hail.
yeah, there we go.
and you have and everybody worships you.
We're gonna
So
team up.
We're
Anyway.
gonna totally team
Right.
up.
this has
Love
been
it.
a great show. Goth Comedian on all social media. Everybody have a wonderfully creepy week. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.